I'm really sad that we didn't get to see Will becoming a Hannibal wannabe, just like how Hannibal became a Will wannabe when Will was imprisoned at the start of season 2. There I say there were times where I was more interested in Will and what Will does instead of Hannibal. Will is such a wasted potential. Game of Thrones spoilers if you haven't seen it, just like Robb Stark. The way Hannibal said, I'm your friend, Will. I don't care about the lives you save, I care about your life. Ugh, Mona. 2 episodes have already passed and here am I still talking about it. Let's get into this episode without Will again. Rain. Muzimono flashbacks? Yup. Okay. What a pattern recognition. Oh, Will. How much I miss you. Literally, before starting this video, I was watching edits of Will Graham. Like, no joke, I really miss him. I have no idea how this season is gonna work without him. Unless get more of him in Hannibal's imagination, fantasies.
You were supposed to leave.
What a scene that was.
We couldn't leave without you.
Look at his eyes. Look at the difference between their eyes. Look at Will's eyes compared to Hannibal's eyes. It's pure darkness. And Will's eyes are confused. And of course, Hannibal loves Will and cares about Will. That's why he killed him.
I shattered did come together.
That's why it was so shocking.
The place was made for Abigail and your world. Do you understand? That place was made for all of us. Together.
Will knew he would die.
See me, but you didn't want it.
He saw you and refused you.
Do you believe you could change me? The way I've changed you.
How did Will change him? I'm not talking about slightly. Did we saw a significant change from Hannibal? I don't know.
I forgive you, Will. Will you forgive me?
Is Will gonna forgive you for killing Alana, Jack, Abigail? I don't know. Not for those acts. These scenes were so powerful. They keep showing it again to us.
You can make it all go away. Put your head back. Close your eyes.
Like when Jack's wife said, Hannibal, you are gentle to the animals and then you slaughter them. But Hannibal is doing the opposite of that. Slaughters them and then eats them gently. And what is this supposed to represent? We'll seeing that reindeer dying and bleeding out. What are we supposed to be getting from that? They all drowned. Alana said she feels drowned, but they did in fact get drowned. Teacup shattered. Wheel shattered. And Will comes back together in Hannibal's mind. In his fantasies. He ain't alive. Y'all ain't fooling me. I'm not buying it.
How do you feel?
Is it like Lost? The Flash sideways? Probably is.
There's someone here very anxious to see you.
And it is Jag and Alana. Abigail. Yeah, everyone is alive. Whoa, what a surprise. She ain't. She ain't making it, bruh. Imagine if Will didn't die and it was real. At least we get to see more of Hugh Dancy.
They told me he knew exactly how to cut me. They said it was surgical.
I mean,
He wanted us to live.
that could be true, but I don't know. I think they want to mislead us.
He made a place for us.
Yeah, in his mind,
Why did you lie to him?
his memory palace.
No one had to die.
It's hard to grasp what would have happened, could have happened, in
Yeah,
some other world did happen.
we need a Hannibal what if spin-off.
This is the way it ended for us.
Yeah,
An ending. He didn't give us one yet.
I mean, yeah.
He wants us to find him.
If Will in Hannibal's head could have an impact that could get Hannibal physically killed, that would be such a great ending. Yep, like I said. Our poor Will can't get a break even in his grave. He cannot rest.
When we are gone from this life, I would always have this place.
Yeah. And you are currently living in that place with Will. Alive Will looking at dead Will. Dude, Will in his death is a better detective than Jack when Jack was alive. I'm still not buying it. I think he is going to find Hannibal and he is going to have some impact on him or even get him imprisoned or even killed, but Will is still not alive.
Defying God. That's his idea of a good time.
Because he is the devil.
Nothing would thrill Hannibal more than to see this roof collapse mid-mass.
And it is collapsing. And Hannibal is ready to collect those pieces. Yep, that was his design. Gonna be our new detective. Him? No, no, he's a priest. The other dude.
Is it him?
We'll go and interact with those people. He needs to have a physical touch. I don't know, even then, I'm not buying it. They're great at misleading us, fooling us. Senor Grama. Are you dead too?
Rinaldo Pazzi. You are a long way from Baltimore.
Yeah, a really, really long way.
FBI profiling methods. I read all about your incarceration.
Keep reading. I was acquitted.
I don't know, should I believe it?
You come to Palermo, and soon, very soon, a body is discovered.
And live in that pink and rainbowy world until at the end they tell us that he was always dead. After Musimono.
Pray.
There is some comfort in prayer. It leaves you with the distinct feeling you're not alone.
Signore, vieni con me.
Ciao.
Bella ciao. Dude, Money Heist gets so glazed. I haven't seen it, but he needs to have a physical
Is Will Graham
contact.
here because of the body at the Capella, or is the body here because of Will Graham?
Are you Satoru Gojo because you are the strongest, or you are the strongest because you are Satoru Gojo?
I met him 20 years ago. Il Mostro.
Put your hand on Will's shoulder.
It was his custom to arrange his victims like a beautiful paint 20 years ago. Bodies placed, garlanded with flowers.
Botticelli.
What is that? Yeah, that's Hannibal.
He's painting Primavera.
That's the name of the episode.
The garlanded nymph on the right. Flowers streaming from her mouth.
Dude, you are such a better detective than Jack.
Uffizi Gallery.
And we are having you for like 10 minutes.
That's where I met this man.
That's a young picture of Mads Mikkelsen. I mean, that was some physical contact.
I'd see a young Lithuanian man, as transfixed by the Botticelli as I was.
That was Hannibal?
And every day I saw him, he would recreate the Primavera in pencil, just as he did in flesh. I knew it was the best moment of my life, a moment of epiphany that made me famous and then ruined me.
And he killed you there. That's why you are able to talk with Will.
Another man, not an innocent man, but innocent of those crimes, was a dream suspect.
Flame has a habit of not sticking to Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
It has a habit of sticking to you.
Yep. But poor Will. It's so cute. This show is a feeling bad for Will simulator. Throughout the whole show, I felt bad for Will. Blah, you don't need to imagine anything, you are already dead.
I splintered every bone. Fractured them.
Thought that was Jack talking.
I skinned you. Bent you
Of course you did.
and trimmed you.
Okay, that's enough, Hannibal, that's enough.
Head, hands, arms, and legs.
That's enough, Hannibal. Will.
This is my design.
Of course it is. Everything is your design.
Valentine written on a broken man.
What? Who's born? The reindeer. That's what I was waiting for, and it didn't happen. I was waiting for Hannibal to die in Musimono and then show that the reindeer doesn't die because Will becomes the reindeer.
I do feel closer to Hannibal here. God only knows where I'd be without him.
Where is Alana and Jack? They are dead too.
How did he know we were here?
Oh, he didn't. But he knew he would come.
He misses us.
Of course he does. He loves y'all. That's why he killed y'all.
He's playing with us.
Yeah, he's playing with us as well. Misleading us into thinking that they are alive while they are dead.
What if no one died? What
if you didn't die?
What if we all left together? Like we were supposed to.
I wanted those three to die, but
He said he made a place for us.
this is the place.
The place wasn't made for you, Abigail. In this world, it's the only place I could make for you.
Why does Abigail look so different? And Will is also bleeding. None of them are there. Actually, Will is there. Dude, this is just way too dark. I see why the long night in Game of Thrones was that dark. They took inspiration from Musimono and Hannibal as a whole. That looks like Mads Mikkelsen. Like he could be alive, Will could be alive, but I don't think. He's alive. This show fooled me enough. It wasn't just a stab. Hannibal literally sliced him like a pizza. I hope I'm being fooled by not trying to be fooled. And Will is alive.
Are you praying?
Hannibal doesn't pray.
Aren't Hannibal?
If you could possibly be content, I would suggest you let Il Mostro go.
I can't do that any more than you can.
Whoa.
He's gonna kill you, you know.
Just like how he killed you.
I'm usually right about these things.
He let you know him. He sent you his heart. Where has he gone now?
He hasn't gone anywhere.
So he was here. That was him
He's still here.
looking down at Will from above. I'm still not fully sold on that Will is alive. We don't have bulletproof evidence that he's alive. Who's that poor skeleton? Jack! Good to see you again, Jack.
Hannibal.
The way he said his name. I don't know, that had so much emotion. Dude, you are dead, just like Will. But not as intimately as Will. That Alana next to him? Why is she so tall?
Senor Graham.
Senor! Senor, I don't know, you are cooked. Can't find Will because he isn't here. He is living in your head. Hannibal drugged you to see Will.
You shouldn't be down here alone.
Ah, if you weren't
I'm
dead,
alone.
you wouldn't stay
I'm with you.
alone.
I don't know whose side I'm on.
Nah, you said alone because you know you are dead.
What are you going to do when you find him?
Nothing because he's dead. He's just gonna have a chat with him.
You and I carry the dead with us, Senor Graham. We
I like this guy.
burden.
I like him so much more than
You carry your dead
Jack.
back to the jail before you count yourself among them.
You are already dead, aren't you?
Yep.
Buonanotte, commendatore.
There is he. There is the devil.
Hannibal.
I forgive you.
What? For killing Abigail and Jack and you and Alana? So we found out that Will was dead like I knew from the start of the episode. I could just tell. I knew they couldn't give us any form of happiness. I don't know. Season 3 feels weird. Episode 2 was better than episode 1, for me at least. Will is so underrated. He's so realistic. Hannibal is more complex and unpredictable. And he just does that for the sake of being complicated and unpredictable. Unlike Will, where he has to. He's in a situation where he has to. With Will, the stakes are so much bigger. I would have preferred it being done the opposite. Will killing Hannibal and Hannibal living in Will's head. I don't know if they do something insane in the next episodes that proves me wrong, but I just like the story being told through Will. Hannibal alone is boring, and Hannibal himself knows that. That was why he was playing so intimately with Will. But that dummy had to kill him and give him his reward this early on. have waited and played with him for longer. I appreciate Will so much for who he is. He is one of my favorite protagonists. Everything that's done with him is so perfect. He's such a perfect character. He feels like he's someone who I know personally. He's so human. He's so imperfect, which makes him perfect. He's such a wasted character. I can never forgive Jack for getting him killed because he was the head of the snake. And he was so smart. He knew he couldn't survive Hannibal. I wonder what we are gonna get in the next episodes. Hannibal just playing around, speaking with Will in his head, getting more people killed. That senior detective was really likable. We had him for one episode and he's already better than Jack. That should say something. And Will said, I forgive you, Hannibal. What is he forgiving him for? Killing all of them? Or something else? Well, I guess we'll find more about that in the next episode, so I'll see you there next week.